No matter where you come from, no matter where you going, here's a place where you can take comfort in not knowing that if you come to stay a while, just pass. This door is open to you. Come and let's be silent. Come, let me love. Come, let's pray together. Come and share a hug. From the blissed out to the turned out, from the pampered to the abused, this door is open to you. Come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in. The God in us recognizes the God in you. Whether you're black or white, gay or straight, Christian, Buddhist or Jew, this door is open to you. There's some kind of trouble or pain you're going through. No, you are not alone, and someone cares for you. As an individualization of a divine point of view, this door
is open.
Oh, this door
is open.
This door is open. It's open for you.
This door is open.
Oh, this door
is open.
This door right here.
This door is open.
I said this door is open to you. Come on in.
Come on in.
Come on in.
Come on in.
The God in us recognizes the God in you.
God in you.
Oh, no matter black or white, gay or straight, Christian, Buddhist or Jew, this door is open to you.
Good morning, everybody. All right. It's the way the morning greets the morning sky. There's a feeling in the air so rare that you can't deny. Sweeping forward, unrehearsed, treading over all the universe. I'm awakening, uncompromising. Joy rising, joy rising, joy rising, joy rising, joy rising.
Joy rising.
It's a feel-good virus you cannot contain, spreading out like the speed It's there in the room when you wake on Christmas morning. It's happiness squared times ecstasy. It's the moment of unity. I believe that we're finally here, standing at the crossroads of a new frontier. A realization of heaven here and now. Awakening to the dream. Escape somehow. Joy rising. Joy rising. Joy rising. Joy rising. Joy rising.
Joy
Rising. Joy rising. Joy rising. Joy rising. Joy rising. Joy rising. Joy rising. Good morning.
Morning. Good morning. There we are. Hi. Good to see all of you. I am Jeff Ryan. I'm the Senior Minister of Riverside Center for Spiritual Living, where we know that love lives here, and together we rise, and where? Oh my God. I know. All right. I know. You remembered and you've been gone for 3 weeks. I get it. I know. Maybe there was just a little too much Easter chocolate or something, and you were kind of like, you're kind of coming down from that sugar rush. So let's try that again. Where? Much better. Thank you. All right. Don't make me have to do that all day. I had to do that all day last week. Don't make me have to do that all day to you, okay? This is just like, you know how this works, right? So welcome to the morning table. Before we get started, we here at Riverside Center for Spiritual Living acknowledge that we gather on the ancestral lands of the Cahuilla, the Gabrielino Tongva, and the Pechanga peoples. We commit to live in right relations, to love our neighbors, to seek justice and loving kindness, and to walk humbly upon this land. We recognize our oneness so that we may decolonize our minds and set each other free from the pain of racism and violence, to live better as Great Spirit intended, in harmony with nature and with one another. So, in this moment, I just want to take a brief moment here. Pope Francis made his transition this past week, and then his funeral mass was yesterday, and we recognize that he was a world spiritual leader, a world figure, and we also recognize that Pope Francis was a pope of the people. He was a pope of the common people. He got out. He didn't want to be encased in the bulletproof Pope Mobile. He wanted to be out with the people, and he is...
Unlock your iPhone first.
What the heck, Siri? I don't even have you listening to me right now. Okay. Yeah. So he was out with the people. He's buried with the people in humility and in grace. And today we are talking about grace. That is the topic of our discussion today. And so what I would like to do is, with all of the G's, give me the G's, we're going to say our focus statement together. So with all the G's, great, grace, giving, gratitude, generosity, grateful, gorgeousness. Yeah, he's playing all the G notes. Love it. What's that? Gargantuan. Okay, let's do it that way. All right, so let's say this together. Don't make me have to have you repeat it, okay? We got that? We're good? We're great? All right, here we go. We embolden people to live their highest potential through the transformative power of love. I even heard Dinah go, highest power. So there we go. All right, so let's get into it. Let's dance a little bit more, sing a little bit more, and get our funk on, get our groove on. Here we go, because that's the way I like it.
All right, y'all, you ready to dance? Say, ooh, 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 ooh. Here we go. I sing my love, I sing my love, I sing my love into the world. I sing my love, I sing my love, I sing my love into the world. I sing my love, I sing my love, I sing my love into the world. I sing my love, I sing my love, I sing my love into the world. I dance my joy, I dance my joy into the world. I dance my joy, I dance my joy, I dance my joy into the world. I dance my joy, I dance my joy, I dance my joy into the world. I dance my joy, I dance my joy, I dance my joy into the world. That's the way, I like it, that's the way, I like it, that's the way, I like it, that's the way, I like it. Give me a groove, man. I live my peace, I live my peace, I live my peace into the world. I live my peace, I live my peace, I live my peace into the world. I live my peace, I live my peace, I live my peace into the world. I live my peace, I live my peace, I live my peace into the world. Okay, let's hear it from you, Austin. The way, I like it, that's the way, I like it, that's the way, I like it, that's the way, we like it,
Okay, take a breath. Good morning. I'm Jeannie Kataoka, one of your licensed spiritual practitioners, also your ordained animal chaplain here at the Riverside Center for Spiritual Living. I will be available after the morning table for a brief moment of prayer in the prayer room located in the lobby. Please don't leave here this morning with anything on your heart, whether it's a challenge or a celebration. We love to pray about celebrations. So I would love to pray with you, and we absolutely know that prayer works. There is a candle in the middle of your table. I invite you to light it together with me now. What's happening over there? As we come together in conversation this morning, this candle is a reminder that when two or more are gathered, a greater wisdom is available to us. We experience a deeper love, and our own light shines brighter. Now, please allow this music to take you into the silence, followed by this morning's invocation.
surrender to this love. Deeper and deeper I surrender. Deeper and deeper I surrender to this love. There's nowhere I have to go, no one I have to be, nothing I have to do but gently breathe. Deeper and deeper I surrender. Deeper and deeper I surrender to this love. Deeper and deeper I surrender. Deeper and deeper I surrender to this love. There's nothing I need to hold on to, nothing I need to give to you, nothing I have to do but gently breathe. Deeper and deeper I surrender. Deeper and deeper I surrender to this love.
I am recognizing and knowing that God, Spirit, grace is all there is. It is divine intelligence that created all that is seen and understood, and that which is unseen and yet to be understood. It is the flow in which everything has being. It is goodness and light, and yet it is also in that which is deemed not good and dark. There is no spot where it is not. Because of this fact, I know that I am forever part of it and cannot be separated from it. It is there to guide me whenever and wherever I am, and call to mind that I am always in the continuous flow of grace. What I also acknowledge is that what is true for me is true for everyone, everywhere, and every when. Grace always has been, always will be. It is here this day, blessing this service and all who witness it. I am knowing that the wisdom of grace flows here today, and everyone is blessed by what is shared in word, music, and gestures, including hugs and handshakes. This is a sacred space, and all is holy here. I let this be, and together we say, and so it is.
an expression of your unfolding peace. Show, Spirit, show through me as I open up to be an expression of your unfolding love. Flow, Spirit, flow through me as I open up to be an expression of your unfolding peace. Show through me as I open up to be an expression of your unfolding love. Every hand I shake, every embrace, every thought I think. Oh yes, Spirit, flow through me. Every word I say, every night and day, I want to be an expression of your unfolding love. Every decision through the confusion, flow through me, Mother, Father. I open up to let your Spirit lead the way. I'm not worthy, 'cause I know that as I believe, and so it is.
Woohoo! That's right. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, band. Beautiful, beautiful, as always. Too much dancing. That are actually too many donuts. Thank you, James, for bringing the donuts. I wasn't going to have anything. When I left the house, I'm like, no, I'll just have coffee. I'm not going to have anything. I'm going to be a good boy. And then the very first thing I see is donuts. And I'm like, I'll be a good boy tomorrow. So, we'll go to Aquamotion, and we'll work it off. So, exactly. The pool is warm again, thank goodness. All right, so welcome once again. This is the Flow of Grace. There's a beautiful swan on the lake, and you know what's happening with the swan on the lake. The swan looks like it's gliding across the lake. What's happening underneath? Paddle, 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 paddle. And sometimes grace works this way, doesn't it? It looks like everything's smooth, or actually everything is smooth, but below the surface, where we might be operating below the surface, we are paddling our little tushies off, aren't we? Right? But what does Spirit know? Spirit's just gliding through life, right? And so what we have the opportunity to do here is to be like the swan, or be like this part that we can see here is being in Spirit. And allowing Spirit to glide us through life rather than us trying to ourselves through life. Would you agree? Yeah? So today we're talking about the flow of grace. So my curious question to you, yeah, I'm curious, whatever. How do you define grace? Not Will and Grace. She was very funny. But how do you define grace? the eternal, divine givingness of Spirit. Wow. Well done, Cindy. I think we should all write that down because here's the definition that I was going to share with you. Grace is the ever-present current of Spirit's love moving through us. That they did. They did. They did. The ever-giving love of God, the ever-giving love of Spirit is one way of defining grace. Another way of defining grace is the ever-present current of Spirit's love moving through us. Yes? So this is how we're going to use grace today. And so our work then, or rather our job then, is to recognize it, receive it, and then reflect it. Agreed? Right? Because sometimes it's not always easy to recognize grace. Right? Grace is always happening. Because as we just defined, grace is the ever-givingness of Spirit, the ever-givingness of God. It is love, right, that is forever and ever flowing and manifesting and expressing and demonstrating itself. But we don't always see it. We don't always recognize. We aren't always paying attention. Sometimes we're driving down the road, not paying attention, but yet somehow we manage to get to the destination anyway, right? But what happens if we paid attention? We might actually enjoy the drive, right, rather than being distracted. Yeah? It's me of one of Eddie's and my favorite sayings from Joel Gold, which is, all of a sudden, like all these pens go, get ready. Okay. Grace is my sufficiency. God's grace is my sufficiency. So if we look at grace, right, being the love of God, the ever-flowing love of Spirit that is ever present, always flowing, always available, and if we define love as that ever-givingness, right, so it's always present. So the love of Spirit, Spirit's love, God's love, it's God's generosity, because Spirit never withholds anything, correct? Spirit ever tighten? Not today, Griselda. No, right? It's always giving, always giving, always giving. It's up to us to be able to receive it, right? So if we know that this is our source, we know this is our supply, then everything that we need, everything that we desire is already given. We just get to say yes to it. We get to align ourselves with it. So God's grace is my sufficiency. God's love, God's generosity is my source, is my supply. And guess what? It's infinite, eternal, and it never, ever runs out. It never runs out. I can feel it runs out because I forget, or I experience a brief moment of separation, of othering. I step out of the oneness, I step out of the love, and I start finger pointing, and I start blaming, and I start accusing, right? It's myself or others. Get into that judgment. God doesn't judge. Guess who does, though? We do. Ourselves all the time. Others most of the time. All right, all the time. All right? We get into that. So we have the opportunity, my beloveds, to begin looking for grace in the smallest of ways throughout our days. Notice it. When a stranger expresses a kindness when you've been having a cruddy day. Notice it when that perfect parking spot shows up for you when you're running late. Right? It's there when you have a sudden insight in the shower and it's like, revelation, right? It's actually the water beating on your crown chakra, but hey, right? Revelation, right? Notice it when your friends gather around you to shelter you or protect you when something is amiss in your life. Notice how your community, your posse, circles the wagons, right? To make sure that you are okay, that you are loved, that you are safe, that you are secure. So another way then of experiencing grace or looking for grace is looking for grateful for. Thank you, Mom. Mom's in the room today, by the way. Man, Dad. They're on their way to Hawaii on Monday. So, yeah. So, at any rate, enjoy them for this week, and then they'll be for 3 weeks, and then they'll be back. So, all right. Anyway, I digress. So, it is looking for these opportunities to express gratitude or to be grateful. Now, why is gratitude and grateful, why are those two things connected? Anybody tell me? James, why would gratitude and be connected? The more gratitude you have, the more grace? Yes. Okay. I know. I appreciate that. Exactly. Maybe one of the few. When we have more gratitude, we have more grace because that which we are focusing on does what? It expands, right? The more gratitude that we have, the more things we have to be grateful for. The more opportunities we have. Griselda, they're the same too, right? Gracia. In Spanish, gratitude, gracia. Grace, gracia, right? So gratitude and grace. Gratitude, grace comes from the same root word, right? So what we're noticing when we are expressing gratitude, my beloveds, is we are noticing little graces or big graces, as the case may be, right? We're noticing big and small graces along the way when we are expressing gratitude, when we are sharing our gratitude for one another, when we are appreciating the beautiful pictures from Hilda's party last night that she left for us this morning, right? Look how beautiful that is. There is grace right there, right? I didn't ask her for the flowers. She just gave them to me, right? She also gave me the dark chocolate that was left over. But you know, I was just getting ready to say, but the two of you beat me to it, but you notice, and I didn't bring any home either. I have it tucked away. Grace only goes so far with you people. With chocolate, yes. Dark chocolate, yeah. If it were milk chocolate, you would have seen it this morning, I guarantee you, and then you would have felt grateful. But, yeah. Now you can just feel a little resentful, and that's fine. What happened here? There we go. But you're extending grace. Thank you, Griselda. I really appreciate that she is extending me grace, unlike Dinah and Sally over there, who just called me out. So. And it's true, it would have gone the other way. And had I never said anything, you would never have known. So in this moment, right, I can ask for forgiveness, and you can give me forgiveness, and you giving me forgiveness, or like Griselda did before I even asked for it, she extended me, right? So if you forgive, you are also extending grace. You are reflecting the grace of the divine. You are reflecting the grace because you are reflecting what? The love. Grace equals love here. Grace equals love. It's that ever givingness. It's not withholding. So as So this is an opportunity for us to reflect it. And grace reminds us that we are not alone. It reminds us that we are connected, that we are interconnected. It deepens our trust in life and each other and ourselves. It teaches us that connection isn't about perfection, right? Some of y'all thinking I'm flawed because I didn't share my chocolate. I'm imperfect. But you are not holding that against me, right? This is true. I know. So what it asks for is it asks for humility and presence and trust. Okay. She says begrudgingly. It's all right. Hold your grudge. Doesn't hurt me. Right? It is funny. So grace shows up in beautiful and magnificent ways throughout our lives. We just get to pay attention to it. And guess what? Grace also shows up even in the storms. And perhaps it's in the storms where grace is most transformational. Again, remembering that we are defining grace as the ever-present or the ever-givingness of love, of spirit, the ever-givingness of love, the ever-givingness of grace, right? This is how we're defining grace. That nothing is withheld. And that, as our focus statement says, we embolden people to live their highest potential through the transformative power of love. So we could also be saying, through the transformative power of grace. Right? So grace is often its most transformative when we're experiencing a storm. And Lord, haven't we been experiencing some storms? So this is the perfect opportunity, my beloveds, to be looking to and looking for those grace-filled that grace-filled moments are always present. We just have to open our eyes to see them. It doesn't mean we deny what we see going on in the world. It doesn't mean that we deny what we are experiencing personally. What it does mean is that we get to lean in, and as Mr. Rogers said, look for the helpers, right? Look for the grace in the situation. So when levels, grace is there holding the thread so you don't lose the thread, right? When we're grace says you belong to something greater. When we are feeling uncertain, grace offers the stillness, the peace that passes all understanding. And when you are caught in this storm, right? When you're caught in the storms of life, you place your hand over your heart and say, even now, I'm held in grace. God's grace, Spirit's love is my sufficiency in all things. This returns your consciousness, returns your awareness to the trust, to the faith that is present, that is ever available to you. Recognizing that Spirit has not abandoned you, not forsaken you, that Spirit is ever present, ever flowing in your life. Love is ever present, ever flowing. Grace is ever present, ever flowing. Anchoring into that knowing provides you the strength to take the next step, provides you the clarity of what is yours to do, provides you the love or the comfort that you most need in that moment. returns you to your whole self, returns you to your oneness. So now what I would like to do is I'd like for us to go to tables, and we have some questions to look at here. And these questions are, the first question, it's a two-parter, so you may not get beyond this first question, and that's fine. Just take it as they come. So, where in your life have you experienced grace without realizing it at the time? Like that parking spot or that kind word, right? But then how did your perspective shift once you did recognize that there was grace happening? Question 2, daily practices help you stay more aware of Spirit's gifts? And 3, how does embracing grace change the way that you relate to others, you personally? Not just in general, but you personally. All right, so we will break to tables for next 15 to 20 or so and go for it. I look forward to hearing discussions that are happening here. And for those of you joining us online, Daryl is waiting for you at the Zoom table, so go ahead and sign in to the Zoom table. Your meeting ID is scrolling across the bottom of your screen right now, so enjoy. share what you would like prayer for this week, or share what you would like your group to know in consciousness for you this week, what you'd like for them to affirm for you this week, whatever you're around that, go ahead and share that. Remember, no stories. You're just sharing what you want prayer for, or sharing what you'd like support around. All right? 2 minutes. And go. Thirty more seconds. All right, so let's come on back. And we'll start with Lyndon here today.
Starting with me?
Yeah. Today. So we're just sharing, anything that you'd like to share about what you discussed at your tables, so that we can all get a greater sense of discussions that were happening in the room around these 3 questions. Any one of them, Lyndon.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so I'll answer for the third question.
Okay, sure.
Right? Okay, so it says, how does embracing grace change the way you relate to others? I was saying, and we were talking about how it kind of changes the like if you react to something with grace, and we were talking about how that could be a domino effect as well, of how it kind of makes everything a little bit more peaceful.
Yeah. I like it. The domino effect, right? So that when we extend grace to one person, we change how we interact with them. That changes perhaps their interactions that day, which then, it's like kindness, pass it on, right? Or back in the day, folks, you tell 2 friends and they tell 2 friends. This side of the room might understand it. I don't know that side of the room would understand that reference. How about this table? All right.
All right. So I won't talk about chocolate.
Okay.
But I was saying the thing that popped into my head personally, and I think that other people, agreed with the idea of it in general, is that I am a very crafty person.
In every sense of the word,
That's
folks.
my motto.
Anyway.
One sense of the word I get from my mom, the mental craftiness, but she was never a things, and I didn't realize until I spent time with my that I was a maker of things. And his eyebrows are going up because he knows that my relationship with my stepmom was terrible. It was terrible. She was emotionally abusive, but recognizing and the gift that relationship, that gift in the relationship allowed me to forgive her for so many other things, because that she gave me. And so I was able to give her grace. So
Beautiful. And there was, thank you. And by being in that relationship, finding the grace or finding the beauty in that was, had she not been part of your life, then you might not be the crafter, the crafty crafter that you are. You'd still be crafty, but you might not be a crafter, and I would not have a beautiful Afghan blanket. So there you go. Just saying. Yeah, James, coming to you, my friend. I gotta say, I love that you raised your hand. All right. There you go.
Can I use the bathroom?
Sure.
No.
Sure. Yeah, exactly. Can you? Yeah.
Just real quick, a question came up, and I kind of looked at the definition. But what is the difference in perspective between grace and entitlement? Like, if you do all the stuff, are you entitled to grace?
Ooh. Oh, I see. He raised his hand not to share, but to make me work. You read my email. Are we entitled to grace? Yes. Because that's never withheld from you. And you are a divine emanation and partake manifestation of that one life, that one perfection, that one love. So it's never withheld from you. So grace is your divine inheritance. So in that sense, yes, you are entitled to grace. On a human level, when we get into those entitlements, then frequently what happens with entitlements is that we feel like we are owed. And so then there is a place then that usually comes from a place of to me consciousness, of victim consciousness, like I am owed grace. I deserve it. I demand it. I am entitled to it. Right? And that kind of grace, if you are expecting that kind of grace, it's rarely given by the individual from whom you want it or wish it, because there is an ulterior motive behind it. It's like trying to demand forgiveness. You will forgive me. You will excuse me. You will pardon me. You will allow me to run roughshod over your life, my life, everybody's life, right? That there is a place where we're not taking responsibility for our own actions and for our own life when we look for that entitlement to grace from another person. So the answer, James, is both yes and no. Yep, does that clarify that for you, James? Yeah. So something that So thank you for bringing this up, James, because something that you don't earn it. You don't deserve it. You don't have to deserve it. You don't have to earn it, right? Grace isn't some magical thing that happens to you because you've been a good boy or a good girl, right? Or that it's some capricious thing. It's like, oh, today I feel like blessing Jeannie, but I feel like cursing Lou, you know? I don't, right? It's not some I'm going to withhold over here. That's that capricious Old Testament style of spirit that we don't ascribe to anyway. However, that is the old style, Old Testament spirit that is kind of prevalent or in the undercurrent of our collective consciousness. So sometimes we then think that we have grace or we have to deserve grace, that it is a reward. But grace is not a reward. Grace is a river. It's always in motion. It's always in motion. So this week, I would like for you to recognize grace. Set a timer for once a day, for 2 minutes. So when it goes off, Vicki and Marty, we used to do this at 1 o'clock, something similar. Set a timer at some point in your day so that when it goes off, for 2 minutes, breathe in and recognize your experiences of grace up until that moment of the day. Right? Just write them down or make mental note of them. Pause and breathe and recognize grace in that moment. Practice gratitude. That's the next part of all this, is practice gratitude. Remember, what you are grateful for, what you put your attention and intention on expands. So as James said earlier, the more gratitude you express, the more things there are to be grateful for, the more you're going to see grace. And finally, lean into trust. Trust and connection. Because grace isn't just what shows up. Grace is how you show up. Grace is how you show up open, grateful, and connected. And so it is. All right. Whoops. There we go. There's what I was looking for. So we have a musical selection for you by J.D. Martin talking about down in our soul, the grace, the flow of love and spirit.
I hear the music
I hear the music
down in my soul.
down in my soul.
I hear the music
I hear the music
down in my soul.
down in my soul.
I hear the music
I hear the music
down in my soul.
down in my soul.
And the whole wide world is my home.
All right, let's pick it up. Sing with us, all right? Call and response. Here we go.
I got a new day. Here we go. I got a new day.
I got a new day
down in my soul.
down in my soul.
I hear the music
I got a new day
down in my soul.
down my soul.
I got a new day,
I got a new day
down in my soul.
down in my soul.
I got the whole
down in my soul.
I feel the power down in my soul. I feel the power down in my soul. And the whole wide world is my home. Let's do it again. I hear the music down in my soul. I hear the music down in my soul. I hear the music down in my soul. And the whole wide world is my home. And the whole wide world is my home. Yeehaw.
Hello? There I am. Yep. I had turned myself off. What can I say? All right. So now as we move into our time of sharing and giving, I invite you to take out that which you need to contribute this morning and hold that over your heart space for a moment. Give it a silent blessing, and then place it into the silver receptacle in the center of your table. Another easy way to contribute is via text to give. Simply text 951-419-5858. Just like texting a friend, because that's exactly what you're doing. You're texting your friends and loved ones here at Riverside CSL. Another easy way to contribute is go to the website, riversidecl.org, and in the upper right-hand corner, you'll see the word contribute, and you can contribute there. So I invite those of you in the room to go ahead and extend your hands toward the center table, and let's share this blessing together. I give and receive freely and generously. With an open heart and an open mind, the universe responds to me in kind. I know that my beloved community is richly blessed. So it is. Yes. So a few things to share with you as we wrap up our time together this morning. The first one is today is Joy of Movement downstairs in the community room with Roxanne John sitting right over there. That starts at 12:45. 12:45, right? Yeah, 12:45. And then there's a little extra credit if you stay for 15 minutes longer. So it's simple and it's fun. So go ahead and join Roxanne downstairs in the community room for the Joy of Movement, basic yoga and dance. All right. The next thing we have here is our Gourmets for Good. So who's going to host a Gourmets for Good? I see a few hands. I see a few hands. See a few hands. I don't see enough hands. Well, Jeannie and Constance and James and Helen, I think we're going to have a great old time. Daryl, I think we'll have a good old time. This is a great fun and fundraiser for the community, right? It's a great opportunity to get together outside of this room, outside of Sunday morning, and have snackies, or have barbecue, or have pizza, or play games, or, I don't know, go water skiing, whatever you all come up with, right? It's an opportunity for us to get together outside of this and just have a great, grand, fun time together, okay? So, but in order for us to do that, y'all got to plan something, right? Eddie and I are going to have another one this year too, so we'll see what comes out. But we need our hosts to decide what it is that you're doing by April 30th, because next Sunday, yes, next Sunday, next Sunday, we will start bidding on the events. Last year, we had would like to do more this year. Last year, we raised $2,500, a good start for the first year, but I know that there's more that's possible, right? So we start bidding next week, Sunday. Hear that? We start bidding next week, Sunday. But we can't bid if there ain't nothing to bid on. So, Roxanne. That's okay. Yep, it's anything. Usually there's some kind of food around it, or there's some kind of food involved because, you know, there will be food, or even where one is gathered, there will be food. Dark chocolate's good, yeah, isn't it? It is. It's delicious. Anyway, so you provide the event, you host the event, you sponsor the event, you are paying for all the stuff that goes with the event. Then we as the congregation, or we as the people, we bid on your event, and that money, then the highest bidders, all that money comes then to CSL, to Riverside CSL, so that we can continue having great programs and programming, and I don't know, pay for these guys, you know?
Thank you.
We want the band, don't we? Yeah, I think we do. So maybe the band can do something too.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Just a second as I'm moving over here. Yeah. It can be limited to whatever you want. So if you want to have a concert and with an open-ended numbers, I'm just throwing it out there. You don't have to do that. But, you know, with an unlimited number of people, that's fine too. If you want a little bit more intimate setting of 6, it's a minimum of 6. So meaning 6 guests and the host or hosts. So that would be a total of 8. Like if you and Marty were to do something, Vicky, then you would invite a minimum of 6 guests to participate. So there would be a total of 8 people coming to your home or going to a restaurant or whatever it is you choose to do, right? But that's the smallest size that we want. So, yeah. No, we can, but it's kind of sad when there's not that many people. Well, it'd be nice, yeah. So, yeah, right, at least 6, you know. I mean, it's up to the host whether they decide whether they want to continue that, to offer that party if it's less than a minimum. So, yeah. You said it. The host said it. So usually $20 is a good start. If it's more fancy, like golf or something, then maybe a $40 start. If you want to come to my house and find out where I live, it's going to cost you. You better be ready to pay. Though a few of you, almost all of you, know where I live, so I don't know. But at any rate. Yeah. Yeah, the bid is then the entrance to go and participate. So basically, you're bidding for a seat at the table. You're bidding for a ticket to the event. Sorry. Yeah, you're bidding for a ticket to the event, basically. So if there's only 8 tickets, then the top 8 people get those tickets. So that's why it gets a little crazy, especially with Allison and Dinah in like strong competition. Our more competitive people like wait to the very last minute, it's like to make sure they get their thing. Bid often, bid early, bid often, and be here on the final day of bidding, which will be the weekend before our picnic. Okay, Frank, you out there? Yeah, you're up. All right. So then the next thing to share about is our annual community picnic, which will be Sunday the 25th down here in the park. And Frank has some information for you or request. Frank, here's your mic. Maybe for at home, for the people at home.
Hello. For you at home. Hello. Wake up. We're getting ready to have our annual picnic, and it will be on May the 25th. It's the last Sunday of the month before Memorial Day, which is that Monday. Okay, picnic, that means you bring your own toys, your own stuff. The men's group will be providing you with the hamburgers and the hot dogs and all the stuff you don't need to eat, but that's what we do at a picnic. You can bring your boots, too, if you want to get your boogie on, because if we're able to get DJ Errol there, we're going to have a great time. So those of you, how many of you remember last year? Was it fun?
Yeah.
Yeah. Some of you can dance and some of you can't, but it doesn't.
Oh, you said boots. You said boots.
Boots. That's a new one. That's
Oh,
that's a
okay.
new fad.
I
that's
heard-
going on some of it.
I
It's
heard
boots.
booze.
Boots on the ground. Boots on the ground. And then they ask, where the fans at?
Okay.
You-
We'll see. I heard booze, and booze definitely helps booze, and booze definitely helps people drink or helps people dance too, especially
Hey, Rev,
tequila.
you got your mind in the wrong spot. We ain't talking about no booze. But you know what? Each bring their own containers in your container. It's in a park. Don't forget down there,
Yeah.
right down. You don't have to drive. Just fall down the hill, roll down the hill. However way you get down the hill, get down the hill.
Frank.
All right, so I invite our practitioners, our core council members, our ministers to please stand and surround the space as we just move into take this laughter and this joy. And we're so grateful, Frank, that you're here. And so let's just come together in consciousness, recognizing here and now that grace is present. Grace is the ever-givingness of God, the ever-givingness of Spirit. It is love, it is joy, it is abundance. It is the one life, the one love. It is all that there is. And so I know that each one of us is a divine manifestation and impartation of this one life. That grace is the very nature of who we are. That grace maintains and sustains each one of us. It withholds nothing from us. We simply open up and say yes to it. We open our eyes, open our ears, open our hearts to receive it, to experience it, and to reflect it back out into the world, because grace is our very nature. Love is our very nature. And so it is this love, this grace that we share with one another that interconnects us, that allows us to feel the love and the connection between each other, that allows us to trust one another, that allows us to forgive one another, that allows us to extend grace, extend love to one another, because it is this love, this light, this grace that is radiating out from us, because it is the totality of who we are. And for this, I do give thanks. I let it be, and so it is. And so I invite everybody to stand and let's say this affirmation together. Or I'll say it first and you can repeat it after me. I am open to the flow of grace. Say it with all the G's. Don't make me say it. You're going to make you say it again, so let's do it. Yes, something wonderful is happening through me right now. It is this thing called grace. Grace is in my mind. Grace is in my body. Grace is in everything I do. I am it. I share it. I receive it. And I move grace forward because love lives here. And so it is. Happy Sunday. Let's sing.
I'm gonna lift up my heart and sing right here in Riverside, right here in Riverside, right here in Riverside. We're gonna lift up my heart and sing right here in Riverside, right here in Riverside. Now y'all have to say yeehaw, yeehaw. Here we go. I'm gonna lift up my heart and sing right here in Riverside, right here in Riverside. Right here in Riverside, I'm gonna lift Sunday, you guys.